I'm pleased to be joined now by Bonnyville Pontiac's head coach and general manager, Rick Swan. Rick, thank you for taking this time. Now, Rick, usually I like to keep these things pretty light, but the team is on a 4-game losing streak, being outscored 17-8 in that time span. Now, Rick, I know it's tough to maybe pinpoint one specific spot here, but how can the team tighten up here on defense and vice versa? How can the team be sparked offensively?
Yeah, I think, and not to make any excuses, but our whole philosophy right from the beginning was to get a young group in, use these next 3 months as an opportunity to train, develop, see what we have for this year and see moving forward what we're going to look like for next year. And you take 5 veteran guys off our back end that we lost either to the American NCDC bubble or different leagues that were playing at the time when we were in the pause, and you insert a very inexperienced young back end. And a big reason we're making mistakes, which young guys do, and we only have been now here for 22 days and we're playing against a well-coached team with also a young group. But I think that for us, in order to change our situation from our previous 4 games, is to minimize the amount of shots, number one, at our goaltender. And it's just involved repetition and quality repetition of clean breakouts, tightening up in our defensive zone and making sure that our track to be able to retrieve the puck and spend more time in the offensive zone has to be our bread and butter. And it's a learning process. We know that it's a fine balance between practicing hard and trying to minimize the amount of wear and tear on our players, and as well as making sure that they're healthy and ready to go. And then as well as don't overwhelm them with the teaching concept, because the game still ultimately is about playing to your skill set and allowing players just to play the game of hockey without stagnating them a little bit because of the thought process that they're going through with structure at this level.
Now, Rick, it still is early on in the season, but your guys' power play is operating at just 10% on this season. Do you feel like it's losing momentum for you guys? And as well, do you feel like it's just one of those things that will click, as time continues to progress?
I do. You think that you take off, key members of our team like Matt McKim, an 85-point guy, and some of the key pieces that we had on the back end. We're looking at it as more of an opportunity to get our young guys, elevate them into positions that maybe in a normal year that they wouldn't have had. And so it's a matter of just us being patient with them, going over a lot of video, making sure that they stick with concepts. Ultimately, it's about movement. You have to move the puck. You have to move yourself to force adjustments so that you can get opportunities to get in shot lanes. And it's about retrieving pucks and getting bodies to the net, and also making sure that, as a group, that you've got good support around the puck at all times. And these are situations that a lot of our guys have never faced before, that usually you get that in your second year or your third year as a 20-year-old, because you understand those concepts a lot better. So for us, painfully positive, staying patient with the process, and again, making sure as a coaching staff that we have no stone unturned, and we're doing everything we can to provide our players with the resources they need for success. And we know it's not going to be a day thing or a week thing that it's going to turn around. It's just going to be a matter of us making sure that we teach the right things, and hopefully this is going to click in, because we ultimately know that in a COVID season that what we do here is important for what's going to look like for our organization next year and our program next year.
Well, Rick, I appreciate you taking this time and joining me, and best of luck this upcoming weekend.
Hey, really a pleasure talking to you again, Evan. Thanks so much.